Alright, so today we're gonna talk about situational awareness, one of the concepts inside human factors and SRM. Hi, my name is Jorge Muñoz. I'm a senior instructor pilot working in El Salvador, and as always you will find the timestamps linked in the description below this video and also in a pinned comment down below. You know, just in case you want to check out something in particular. Okay, so up to this point we have discussed about aeronautical decision making, risk management and task management. 3 out of the 6 concepts inside SRM, single pilot resource management. If you want to learn more about all those things, then click the suggestion right here in the top of your screen right now, or also you can check out the description below for the playlist about these videos. So let's start with situational awareness. This concept means in a nutshell that you know everything that has happened, is happening and will happen during our flight. Okay, so now let's elaborate a bit more on that definition. To be able to say that you know everything that is happening on your flight, that means that when it comes down to operational and environmental wise, you need to have this 3D-like picture in your head, this 3D accurate perception of every factor that could affect the safety of your flight, before, during and after the flight has ended. And that's a very large portion of time where you need to have this solid 3D map in your head, so you can accurately handle the present and future status of the flight. Alright, so I think that the concept of situational awareness, it's actually fairly easy to understand. It's easy to know what we need to do, but that's just the first part. Now the hard part, the second part, is how the heck do we do it? How can we stay aware of every single thing, every single factor that is taking place even before that we turn on the engine, and that ends until after we turn off the engine? Well, that's why we need to have this 3D map / image / perception of the flight inside our heads. So now let's break down situational awareness into 2 general concepts, so we can start building our 3D thingy. The first concept is operational factors, and the second one is environmental factors. First, let's start deconstructing what operational factors includes, so we can start building our 3D map. Operational conditions basically means us, the ones having the flight. Try to see it like everything that is influenced or managed by us in some way or another, in some shape or form. Like the airplane systems, that means the electrical fuel systems or lubrication systems. You know, those kind of things. Also the fuel. Well, we need to be aware of how much fuel we have during the whole flight, how much we have used up to this point, and how much is it left. All that stuff must be within our knowledge at every single instance of the flight. If for some reason we don't know that, then how can I be confident that we are flying safe? Operational factors also includes things like the autopilot and the passengers. How many souls do I have on board? Is any of them some source of risk for me and for the flight? Is someone sick or under the influence of drugs or alcohol? Remember that situational awareness means that you are aware, that you know every single factor, every single aspect within your flight. So let's rewind for a bit. We can say that operational factors is everything that is inside the airplane, and including the airplane itself. And the second concept, environmental factors, it's all the rest. Everything that is outside the airplane, everything that is surrounding us. But everything we start breaking down that second concept, even though it's not entirely tied to situational awareness, if you want to become an outstanding private pilot, if you are curious and you want to prepare yourself in the best possible way for all the tests to come, or even if you are an advanced private pilot that wants to remember and perfect the knowledge and the basis of the VFR world, or you want to start your private pilot license with a heads up over the others, I highly recommend you should check out my book Essential Knowledge for Private Pilot. You will find the link of the book in the description below this video. It is an Amazon Kindle exclusive. This book uses the two most effective study techniques in the whole world, which are active recall and spaced repetition, and it applies them into aviation. If that sounds good to you, then please go check out the book in the description below the video. It is available in English as well in Spanish. Remember, you shouldn't be studying hard, you should be studying effectively, and with this book you can do just that. All the knowledge inside this book will help you to get better at some operational and environmental factors, which will inevitably improve your situational awareness. Now, going back to environmental factors, the second concept that we need to build our 3D mental map for the flight. As I said, this includes everything outside the airplane, outside our control. So we need to be aware of them, not because we can influence them to our own advantage, but to keep the control and the safety that we do have of our flight. Environmental factors includes such things as terrain, traffic, weather, and airspace. As you can see, we cannot control any of them, but we can be aware of our relationships with them, so we don't have to leave anything to chance. For example, I cannot directly control the type of terrain I will fly over while I'm heading to one airport or to another. But I can make a good flight plan so that the flight can remain safe throughout its entirety. This can be even more crucial when we're flying over mountainous terrain. Or when we talk about traffic, we cannot tell the other airplanes where to go or what to do. But we can all fly in harmony, so we don't get in each other's way. Nor we can control the weather, obviously. We can only be aware of where the bad weather and good weather is. It's midnight, by the way, but I have been postponing this video for like 3 days by now. Anywho, going back to the weather, I said we can only be aware of where the bad and good weather is and make sure to fly as much as we can over the good weather. Also the airspace. We don't make the rules for the airspaces we fly in, but we can and must be aware of the rules, limitations, and dimensions of the airspace we're going to enter. Now that we have broken down this situational awareness concept and understood the two divisions it has, the operational factors, aka what is inside the airplane and what we can control, and the environmental factors, aka what is outside the airplane and outside of our control, what we can only be aware of, but not influence for the most part. With this, we can build a good 3D mental map of the situation we are in and be ready for what is to come next. And if creating this picture inside your head seems complicated for you at the beginning, don't worry too much about it. You will get better at this mental mapping of what you're doing with time and with more experience. It's just part of the process, but it will accelerate the process of actually happening if you make an active effort to create this mental picture of what is happening during the flight. Of course, if you have the opportunity to use resources like navigation, traffic, terrain or weather displays inside your airplane, that would improve and make so much more easier for you to keep situational awareness. Why? Well, because you don't only have a 3D map inside your head. You are literally looking at the map with the screen in front of you. And things like task management and risk management and everything we have discussed so far about SRM will also help you to maintain situational awareness. Easy things like the 5-piece checklist, knowing the internal and external resources for your flight, which is directly tied to what we have talked today. So if you haven't seen those videos and you want to dive deeper into all 6 concepts of SRM, you actually can see them just by clicking the playlist on the top of your screen right now or the one linked in the description below the video. And if you found this video interesting, then you should go check out this video over here where I talk about the essential knowledge for private pilot. Or maybe this video over here where we dive deep into what instrument flying actually is. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you in another video. Bye bye.